Out of all the games on the SNES Classic Edition, I think Square Enix's Secret of Mana will deliver the hardest nostalgia punch to players. Its soft colors, restful music, and straightforward fairy tale plot all embedded themselves in my soul when I first played the game at 15, and I doubt I'm alone. Hearing the whale call on the title screen still whisks me back to high school fast enough to give me whiplash. Everyone has their comfort games they retreat to when they've had a hard day at work and need an electronic blankie. Secret of Mana is one of mine. I've played this action RPG classic more times than I can count, which makes it possible for me to appreciate every nook and nuance. It also means I'm intimate with Secret of Mana's flaws, and I love dissecting them in the company of anyone who'll listen. Secret of Mana's development history is gonzo, but it's a unique kind of craziness that was only possible during the 90s. The industry was in upheaval as developers waffled between keeping their games on cartridges or making the jump to CD storage. Sega already had its Sega CD add-on, and Nintendo planned to answer back with its own CD add-on for the SNES. Secret of Mana also has one hell of a difficulty spike early in the game when you're expected to take on a boss character with the apt name, Spiky. This monstrous jerk of a tiger can deal huge damage, jump out of range, and stun lock you. Here's a tip. Use the bow and arrow to reach him when he leaps on the towers. Otherwise, pray. I have no idea why Squaresoft decided to make this fight so hard. It's one of the hardest in the game, honestly, and I expect it's a dropping off point for a lot of frustrated players. It's a shame, because what Secret of Mana lacks in its systems, it more than makes up for in its graphics, sound, and even its characters. The Pure Lands you visit towards the end of the game still ranks as one of my all-time favorite RPG dungeons. It carries a solemnity and awe that rises above the rest of the good guy versus bad guy struggle ongoing outside its green borders. And, despite Secret of Mana's simple story, there's a fun chemistry brewing between its characters. The male hero, Randy, is primarily interested in saving the world, while the female sidekick, Prim, is chasing after her kidnapped boyfriend. There's no forced romance between the two, which is nice, and it's also nice to see a woman character on a quest to rescue a man. It was rare to see two platonic friends of the opposite sex quest together for different reasons in the 90s, and unfortunately, it's still rare today. Secret of Mana is a game that's best enjoyed with a pair of rose-tinted glasses, but I think newcomers will find a lot to love despite the adventure's flaws. Give it a thorough playthrough, if you can push past that damn tiger.